In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you today to praise and worship you and give you thanks for all the things you continue to provide for ourselves and our families. Father, we humbly ask for forgiveness for all the times you have offended you. Continue to guide and protect us, Lord. Bestow upon us your unending grace and healing, that we may in turn become instruments of gentleness and compassion to others. We ask all this in the name of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, with prayer and intercession of our Blessed Mother. Amen.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اللهم وحد صفوفنا بين المسلمين والنصارى واللوماد إلى صراطك المستقيم. اللهم امنحهم العيش بالأمن والسلامة والتنمية المستدامة في مدينة دافاو. اللهم لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amoy nen manama kami gimot tolangon, manotod kakaroson no. Sikoy-ko kami tokul tolangon, way migtumpi to tano. Sikoy-ko kami bohoy to kopianan tolangon na maoto. Pusako kapusong no, kana akong to pabulos koy. O agbuyo koy ko, way bohoy kat pabor, kahalaan, kalinaw, to kanami. No pag-ugpo, way kasapok kakoy, oyot kalambo. Kay kuro tamana kakodin panubad, way pag-ampo, kaupianan igbohoy no, way kakoy ko ni mo no, way kahalaan ko lang mo.
Bayang magiliw, dala sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit na magal, may dilakang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdedemig. Ang bituin na tarang niya, kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na malamit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Cease to sing that thy name shall always ring with glory. Honor to you and our Master dear, University of Mindanao. Ang nabayo and sa timog Mindanao, gabay ka sa aming mga kabataan. Ay
take it down. It's up, up, take it down, take it down. Up, up, take it down, up, up, one side, out, in, change, out, in, good, out. We're gonna keep the feet the same, add the arms, push, pull it in, push, pull it in, change. We're gonna have a nice easy sway, snap it, We're gonna get ready to cross our shoulders.
Good morning, everyone. I am Frachil Vitadjan. I will be talking about the theory of Lev Vygotsky. I entitled my presentation Vygotsky in Modern Day to have a spice in our discussion. So to start, let us know who is Lev Vygotsky. Lev Vygotsky is a son, a husband, and a father of two fine women. He has a degree in law and medicine, but he pursued his interest in psychology. He is known as the Mozart of educational psychology and child psychology. It is not very known to many, but he is one of the pillars of neuropsychology. Lev Vygotsky died young but had an important influence in psychology as asserted by Cherry 2023. So he died young. Others said that he died at the age of 38. Others said that he died at the age of 37, but there are still a few who believe that he died at the age of 35. I didn't also mention his birthday because there are some sources that said that he was born on November 5. There are also who believe that he was born on November 17, but nevertheless, he was born in the month of November. So Vygotsky was strongly influenced by Pavlov, as mentioned in a blog post at Marxist.org. So it is believed because Pavlov's idea is learning occurs when there is that conditioned response and conditioned stimulus, while Vygotsky is into emphasizing the importance of interaction with the society. And then the third here is the scientific world of Soviet Union has lost one of her brilliant men. Professor L.S. Vygotsky, leading Russian psychologist, died of consumption on June 11, 1934 at the age of 38, according to Luria 1935. Luria is one of Lev Vygotsky's students. He is one of the key persons why Vygotsky's works were published even after he died. So Vygotsky died due to tuberculosis. So health is wealth, Jude, no? So next, these are some of famous works of Lev Vygotsky. Number one, educational psychology. So he's really into the field of psychology. There are journals, there are other sources that claimed that Vygotsky's theories rather are zone of proximal development, the theory of scaffolding, and the theory of more knowledgeable others. But there are also studies that said that his Lev Vygotsky's theory is about the sociocultural theory. So these ideas differ because, again, he died without Lev Vygotsky died without finishing or completing his works. It was published after he died, so it was not really polished. So I followed the studies that said that his theory is the socio-cultural theory, and these three are important terms. So the social-cultural theory of cognitive development has these two main idea that differs from other theories. First, learning takes place when a child or a person interacts with more knowledgeable others around him or her in his or her society. So it's the very main idea of Vygotsky's theory that learning occurs when the child interacts with its society or the people around him or her. The second point is the learning as a cultural phenomenon. Learners are from different culture, different society, ethnicity, family background. Thus, learners differ from learning styles and preferences. So, nag-differ siya sa mga experiences and beliefs na that's already inculcated sa mind sa bata, again, from the society. So the zone of proximal development. So this is the zone where learning actually happens. So it is the gap between what the child can do on his or her own and what he cannot do even with the aid or help of an MKO or more knowledgeable others. So in this zone, this is where the help can come, so to bridge the gap. So the help is called the scaffolding, or it is the intervention. Scaffolding is a process by which adults or more skilled peers provide support and guidance to help children learn and develop new skills. So diri na mo insert ang tabang, ang guidance, ang tudlo ni more knowledgeable other. So may it be si teacher, si ate, si kuya, the mother, the father, or the caregiver of the child. So, who are the more knowledgeable others? So, basically, teachers automatically na maisip. But let's not forget that learning does not happen only inside the classroom, but also and primarily at home. So, more knowledgeable others could also be the parents, mama, papa, the elder siblings, or the cousin, the friends, the classmates who are more knowledgeable than the child. Dili man sa tanan, but maybe some things like reading, writing, coloring, drawing, singing, dancing. So either kahit isa, more knowledgeable siya. So MKO gyapon siya. Or even the mentors for the mga medyo may edad. So in our classroom, what are the evident na makaingon ta na na tama ang theory ni Lev Vygotsky. So first, this picture, the leftmost picture, so it shows that the learners are having a collaboration to complete their task. So it is one of the parang maayo na dala sa theory ni Lev Vygotsky that again, his theory says that socialization aids the learning of the children. So learning happens when the child is interacting with those in his or her environment, the society. So if we are conducting collaborative learning, it is an avenue for our learners to learn better or to learn more because they're having interaction with their peers or classmates. So the second picture, it shows the technological intervention of the teacher. So the teacher is teaching the child to learn even if the child won't be inside the classroom. So it's not just the teacher is giving the child the fish, but the teacher is teaching the child how to fish. So the third picture, it shows that the teacher, she is portraying She's portraying her role as the MKO of her learners. And this picture at the rightmost part, it says there, assessment for learning. So maglibog man ta, assessment for learning, diri mag-fall in si diagnostic. Because again, scaffolding is the intervention where it will bridge the gap between what the child can do on his or her own and sa dili niya kaya buhaton even if na help. So in between, that's where the help will come. So to be able to bridge the gap, to be able to address the need of the child, we teachers should learn where to start and how to start and um, what are the other things that the child might need. So to be able to get the data about those needs of the child, so need gid nato mag-conduct ng diagnostic assessment. So, ano siya. So these are the results or the the implications upon the kuan of the sociocultural theory of cognitive development of Lev Vygotsky. So the twist that I was pertaining to kanina is in my classroom, because my classroom is different from the typical classroom na nasanayan nato sa city, because the city we're used of having a monograde class, while I am in last mile school. So purely multi-grade me. I am handling 4 grades from grade 3 to 6. So last year I handled kinder to 6. Ako lang isa. It's very different. And sa city, na may kuryente, tubig, and everything, while kami is wala. Classroom na mo guba. So it's very, very different. And this is the spice na you'll see the different lens of different phase of society. So, to give the context, bag-o lang nabot ang kalsada sa mga. Even now, nagihapon ng landslide, there are times mas bidor mo bahada ko, I would walk an hour sa luod kinalapok. So, at first, since wala pa man ang kalsada, di po ako ma-blame ang previous teachers na pagsubida og Tuesday, Wednesday na mo klase because of the kakapoy. So, wala gid na uso na flag racing, ang mga whatever activities. So, recently lang na nila nasadayan na kinahanglan mag-respect sa ato ang national flag, national anthem, o ang kanang mag-fall in line, wala na sa society. Kung unsa ilaha, ilaha. Ang sauban, sauban. So, even if na feeding program, if dili nimo sila tawagon, di sila mo duol. So, recently, nasanay na sila to fall in line that what's for Juan is for Juan. And if naa pa, pwede mambit si Pedro. So, it's, again, lahi jud siya ng society. So, next is, sorry for the picture. So, sa bukid, dili pa kayo inana ka kusog ang kanang kampanya for solid waste management. So, the waste there, naalay duha ka fortune. First is ilabay sa bangin, and the second one is sunugon. So, it's really hard na implement jud ang solid waste management, but somehow at least hinay-hinay even sa classroom and church medyo masilip-silip na siya gamay, unlike before na very rampant gid siya. And the impact of the culture, so even sa school lang siya na culture, because the government is nag-implement to the national simultaneous earthquake drill. So before, pag baglinog, wala lang na sa ila. What they think is because of the presence of our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQIA. So, muna ilang perception, even if kanang eclipse, it's because gikaon sa dautan ang moon. So, nag-impact ang society and ang culture kung unsa ang learning sa bata. So at least hinay-hinay, bahala sa school muna ang culture na ginausab nato. At least it's still positive for me. So the next picture, it shows the collaboration of the children to achieve their task. So since hinay-hinay naman sila nagka-idea about sa kanang modernization, basin pud makalimtan nila ang kanang ilahang pagka-IP. So one of my tasks is mag-conduct og activity to revive their sense of pagiging IP. So kini nga sa right nose picture, in Mandaya it's liulot. So they're cooking sa kanang kawayan, that's tambuwang. So it's part of the culture, makita nila sa society. So that very young age, kabalo na sila mohimo ana. Unlike ako, wala ko lang mag-ana. But if again sa society mag-learn ang mga bata, so if they won't be practiced ana, for sure makalimtan jud na nila. So next is again the culture and the society. So at first, since lisod ang karsada, ang mga bata wala sila experiences sa kanang mga extracurricular activities. When I first implemented that, tanan, ma'am dili kaya, ma'am we can't do that, wala may uniform and everything. But with the intervention of the MKO, diba, bridging the gap, they were able to participate during the Boy Scouts and Girl Scout encampment. They were able to participate in the Children's Month celebration, and bonggang bongga the DSPC, though first time lang gina siya tanan. So it's the power of the intervention, the scaffolding, diba? So the ZPD, the scaffolding, the MKO, they are really very important. As said sa theory nila Vygotsky, and as what I have experienced. So next is same gihapon siya na point, the intervention. So during the Crispy last 2023, one of my learners bagged the third place despite the fact that we are a multi-grade class. We cannot focus kanang isa lang gid ka grade level na tanan ng competency is ma-achieve. It's really really hard, but at least no. So it's an evidence that the intervention, the scaffolding, as long as ma-diagnose og tama ni MKO on where and how to start, then it's good fight. It's a good fight. And then this pictures highlights the impact of the society, the mentality of the people surrounding the child. These children at the leftmost, these boys, are living in a place where in 40 minutes pa siya baktason from highway silang balay, and it's very hard. That's why ang parents pod is very kadang tanom ka mga alaga. So wala kaayo na instill sa ilaha the importance of education. So nakuha po sa mga bata, they're always absent. So kana they're 9 and 10, but they cannot write their names. So mo reflect jud kung unsa ang mentality sa society ma-adapt jud sa bata. While these girls at the right picture, makita jud na they value learning, no, because that's their hobby. Kanang akong ginahatag na basahon, ginadikit nila, and they read it, they help each other. And the parents are also very supportive. They always ask their children if may assignment, what's the activities sa school and all. So slowly, the children's performance were improving. So this picture at the middle, example siya sa again society. The parents na lulubog lilitaw, so the child is also lulubog lilitaw din sa school. So the performance is dili pud siya kanang maintain. So nagababa gid iyang performance, minsan mo improve pero mababa din pag wala na pud ang parents. So nag-impact ang society, no? Especially the immediate family. And the next is, this one is sa kinder 1 and 2. So nag-start sa MTB to Filipino to English, and then this one sa center, kaya ako ang learners, medyo mas taas o grade level, so nag-start with English, Filipino, MTB. So nag-start ni siya way back 2022, wherein akong bata ang akong gipabasa, ang bata ay mataba. When I asked what it meant, ang answer is, Ma'am, wala gud nag-istorya ang libro. So it's very devastating, and I was handling 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that child was in grade 4. It's very devastating. So we implemented this program, and a year later, this one, 2023, monitor me, evaluate me if nabadyo impact or baka imagination lang namo. And by God's grace, no, naami 0% na non-reader. Tanan namong students from kinder to 6 are all readers. So it's an evidence na, again, if ma-assess lang yun ni MKO on where and how to start to bridge the gap between what the child can do ug unsay dili, then ma-maximize jud ang ZPD, ma-maximize jud siya. So this one is always evident in our case, the peer tutoring in the little teacher, because di jud kaya limpodon ang trabaho. Isa lang mi ka teacher, and we're handling multi-grade class with different sets of competencies, different learning styles, different learning abilities sa bata. So isa pud sa makita ani what's positive about this, aside pa sa maka-learn pod ang nag-teach, maka-learn ang ginatudluan, is ma-inspire sila na I want to be a little teacher too. I also want to share what I've learned. I also want to help mom in guiding my classmates. So it's not just the intellectual that we are developing, but also the affective domain of the child. So that's one thing. And then this one, again, the bridging of the gap. So when I was assigned in the school, wala sila idea about the apparatus, but little by little, at least they were able to identify and makaname na sila og mga purposes. Then the next one, so the impact of society again. So ang commonly makita nila na professionals are teachers, of course, and the men in uniform, mga sundalo and police. And recently, because ginatrabaho ang kalsada, is the engineers. So ang 5 na ko ka-kinder last year, about the career maning sila, no? So ang nakita ninyo na ay engineer, sundalo, teacher, and engineer and police. So kung unsa jud ang makita sa bata sa iyahang surroundings, unsay naa when makipag-interact ang child, mao gyud ang iyahang ma-learn, mao gyud ang iyahang ma-adapt, o mao gyud makapa-inspire pud sa iyaha. So far, mura to siya on my references, and thank you so much.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take us for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way you like. If you're feeling
Good morning, everyone. I am Desilin Ancardia, and welcome to Session 2. In PISA 2022 results, the Philippines is at the bottom 10 out of 81 countries in reading comprehension. Now, what is reading comprehension? Reading comprehension is the ability of a person to read, process, and understand the meaning of the text. Reading comprehension is affected if the child has low vocabulary knowledge. For many people, the word vocabulary is primarily associated with the number of words that a person knows. One either has a large or small vocabulary. Now, Session 2, here I will be representing to you the vocabulary strategies among developmental stages. Now, let's start with the vocabulary development in the stage of infancy. In infancy, the child recognizes language sounds. Infants can distinguish sounds of the language long before they learn the words. They also have early vocalizations, where babies can practice making sounds to communicate and attract attention. It starts with crying, followed by cooing, then babbling. The infant's first words were understood already long before they were able to speak them. One example is recognizing when someone calls their names, as early as 5 months. They can understand 50 words at about 13 months, but they can't say it yet, which means they know more words compared to words that they can speak. When child reach 18 to 24 months, they can do 2 words utterances. Examples are see doggy, which can mean I can see the doggy. Another is more milk, which means I want more milk. This is called telegraphic speech, omitting the grammatical markers and focusing on the most important words. First vocabulary strategy that I will present to you in infancy is the child-directed speech. It is also called parentese. Parentese is a language spoken in a higher pitch and slower tempo and exaggerated intonation. Parentese can easily grab the child's attention when you speak to them. Here is the example of child-directed speech.
Yeah, let's check in here. So this is something we always do at home. And it's the beginning of having conversations, right? So when he makes a noise, you talk back, and that's how he learns to have a conversation. Yeah. So getting up nice and close, right? And making eye contact and saying, really? Is that true? Huh. And just talking like you normally would, and that's how he learns to go back and forth, right? Right?
One of the most popular personality to kids in YouTube, which uses child-directed speech, is Miss Rachel. Let us watch the interview video of Miss Rachel about child-directed speech.
She says her methods are backed with research on speech development and early childhood education.
On the show, I might go, can you do this? Nose. Boop. We touched our nose. We touched our nose. So with that, I'm encouraging one, imitation, and imitation is a building block of speech. I'm encouraging pointing, which is a milestone, and being silly, which is engaging. I'm thinking about a lot of things when I do something simple like that.
She says even that signature high pitch plays an important role.
It's funny, I have this sing-songy tone naturally, but around the world, studies show that all parents actually do raise their voice when they talk to babies and toddlers, and that is helpful for their language development.
It's like mind-blowing because it seems so simple.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of research and like dorky research I do. I read research papers. What's exciting is we see so many parents on social media working on these things away from the screen.
Another vocabulary strategy is what we call recasting. Recasting is rephrasing words that the child had said with complete morphology and no errors. In example here, the child had said 2 words, which is dog and bark. Now the adult added words to complete the sentence without errors and also added ing to the word bark in order to show that the action is continuously happening. Another strategy is what we call expanding. It is adding information to a child's incomplete utterances. In expanding, you will add details to the words that the child had said. In the example, the child said the words doggy and eat. Now, the adult can expand it by adding words food from the bowl in order to complete the details of the scenario that the child had described. The last one is labeling, where the adult should name the objects that the child took interest in to have a better knowledge of their surroundings. Along these vocabulary strategies, it is important to start exposing them at birth. We should also take note that among these strategies, you should make sure to give the most of your attention when communicating to them. It is essential to make them feel heard, even though they still don't know how to talk yet. We will now move to the stage of early childhood. This is from birth up to 6 years old. In early childhood, children have already learned from 200 to 10,000 words by making connections of the new words that they encounter to the concepts of words that they had already known. And this is called fast mapping. Another milestone in early childhood is students can repeat words and phrases uttered by others, but they understand them literally. Example, a classroom full of preschoolers hears the teacher say, "Wow, that was a piece of cake." But the children began asking, "Cake? Where is my cake? I want cake." They understand the word cake as a literal cake. The third one is at this stage, children learn rules of grammar as they learn language, but may apply these rules inappropriately. This is what we call over-regularization. For an instance, a child learns to add ed to the end of a word to indicate past tense. Then from sentence such as I go there, I do that, instead of I went there and I did that. Now, there are 6 key principles in vocabulary development. One is that children learn the words best when they hear it most often. Second is when it interests them. The third one is if it's responsive and interactive. And the fourth one is if it's meaningful. The fifth one is if they have access, clear information about word meaning. Or the sixth one is grammar and vocabulary are considered in the text. In order to cater this 6 key principle, we have what we call interactive reading. It is a whole group instructional context in which you read aloud a selected text to the whole class, occasionally and selectively pausing for conversation. Students think about, talk about, and respond to the text as a whole group or in pairs, triads, or quads. Both reader and listeners actively process the language, ideas, and meaning of the text. Now, here are the structures of interactive read-aloud. The first one is that you introduce the text. You engage the students' interest and activate thinking. The second one is you read the text. Stop a few times to invite thinking and a brief conversation. Students may turn and talk in pairs, threes, or etc. Discuss the text afterwards and invite students to talk about the book as students reflect on the meaning of the whole text. The fourth one, or the fourth step, is revisit the text. You may want to revisit the book on the same day or on subsequent days to reread it or parts of it so that students can notice more about how it is crafted and build a deeper meaning. The fifth one is respond to the text. Engage students in additional experience to enhance their appreciation and interpretation of the text. Example is that you make them write about what they read. You let them create arts, drama, or inquiry-based projects.
This is a story about a fox who's preparing to eat the pig. But this might not actually happen because this pig might give the fox some trouble. My Lucky Day by Keiko Kaza. One day, a hungry fox was preparing to hunt for his dinner. And preparing means he was getting ready to do it. As he polished his claws, he was startled by a knock at the door. Everybody say the word startled. Startled. Startled means that if you get startled, that you get scared or something happens that you weren't expecting to happen. So he hears this knock at the door and he gets startled. Everyone say startled. Startled. Okay, if you're startled, your face might look like this. Or the fox might be like, so everybody make a startled face. Oh my gosh, let's see what's gonna happen. Hey, Rabbit! Someone yelled outside. Are you home? Rabbit, thought the fox. If there were any rabbits in here, I'd eaten them for breakfast. When the fox opened the door, there stood a delicious looking piglet. Oh no, screamed the piglet. Oh yes, cried the fox, you've come to the right place. He grabbed the piglet and hauled him inside. Hauled means when you pick up something and you carry it. So the fox is gonna haul the pig inside. So that means he picked him up and he was gonna carry him. So let's all pretend that we're gonna haul that pig inside. So go ahead and stand up. Everybody say the word hauled. Hauled. Say it loud, hauled. Hauled. Okay, haul that pig. Pick him up, put him on your back. Carry him inside. Sit down.
Now, there are three features of interactive read aloud. The first one is read alouds are repeated. The representation of a novel word within one's lexicon, such as the word darkness, becomes more refined with each exposure to that word. With one exposure to a word, one might develop a tentative, rough representation of its sound and meaning. But with more repetition of the read aloud, the students can have more deeper meaning of the word darkness. It can be darkness has something to do with night, or darkness can have something to do with evilness. When it is interactive, when the read aloud is interactive, it helps the students retell or act out the story and discuss new words within the text. Read alouds widen the vocabulary of the students because they interact a lot of words within the text. The second vocabulary strategy is that when you introduce new words, you make sure that it is in tactile activities and with the help of visual aids. Materials like Play-Doh, textures cards, or sensory bins can be used to introduce new words to the students, especially in preschool years. Lastly, we will now proceed to middle and late childhood stage. It is from 6 to 11 years old, which are the students in elementary from grade 1 to grade 5 or 6. By 5th grade, students can learn for about 40,000 words. This language explosions, however, differs from that of younger children because it is facilitated by being able to associate new words with those already known, and because it is accompanied by a more sophisticated understanding of the meanings of the word. At this stage, they have new understanding of the words. They are able to think of objects in less literal ways. For example, if asked for the first word that comes to mind when one hears the word pizza, the younger child is likely to say eat or some word that describes what is done with the pizza. However, the older child is more likely to place pizza in the appropriate category and say food. At this age, as you can see, they know how to categorize words. Unlike the early childhood that they have over-regularization of the grammar rules, at this stage, they do not do that. Because at this stage, they have grammar and flexibility. They already know that there is regular and irregular verbs. These are accompanied by metalinguistic awareness, where the child have knowledge about the language, such as understanding preposition or being able to discuss the sounds of the language. The first vocabulary strategy is what we call contextual learning. When teaching a new vocabulary word, providing sentences or short passages where the word is used in sentences will give students an example of the word being used in correct context. It can also make students understand how words function in different scenarios, which makes them understand the language more. The second one is the use of visual aids and mnemonics. Using descriptive stories or visual aids to correspond with new vocabulary can help students create mental images or associations for new words. Or in my case, as a grade 1 teacher, I show pictures so students can easily know what the word means. They can also easily remember those words by picturing out the visual aids that I have presented to them in class. With the use of visual aids and mnemonics, we have what we call Freyer model. This technique requires students to define target vocabulary and apply their knowledge by generating examples and not examples, giving characteristics and or drawing a picture to illustrate the meaning of the word. This information is placed on chart that is divided into 4 sections.
The Freyer model is a tool for teaching vocabulary in a very direct way. And it's a kind of a 4-square model where the students write the word that they need to know, a really important vocabulary word. We call them depth words here at the school. And they write it in the middle of this Freyer model. And then there are 4 different ways they connect with what the word means. With the definition, they learn the exact definition of the word. They draw a picture of the word, they use the word in a sentence, and then they make connections from this word to other content areas. I use the document in class by giving them all their own copy of a Freyer model, and then I either put the copy up on our TV screen for them to see as I write down each section, what goes in each section, or I use the board, and we do it on the board. I put a copy of this Freyer model on the board for us to look at today. So we talk through each area one at a time, and before we do the definition, I invite them to tell me what they think the definition means. And I try to take all of their definitions and weave them into the one that I really want for us to have. Paula said the word sphere. She says a planet has something to do with geometry. A planet is a sphere. Remember, a sphere is like what? Like everybody? Like a ball, right? So I like that. At least we're going to put all these definitions together and see what we can come up with. For the pictures, I ask for their ideas, and then I do a picture, but I let them have freedom to draw their own picture, what excites them, as long as it goes right back to the word. If we tie a picture to a definition, our brain has 2 things to hold on to remember the definition. I'm going to make an arrow going this way, and over here is the sun. That's the star that we orbit. And same thing with sentences. We brainstorm some sentences, and then in the end they write a sentence that makes sense to them. And then we all write down the same connections. I like the Freyer model because I've seen so much improvement in my students' ability to retain information. They can really recall the vocabulary words that I need them to know well, and we can go back to the Freyer model. We have a notebook we keep all of the pages in. They can go back and look at things and recall those words, and I've seen such an improvement in my vocabulary scores.
I like the Freyer model because there's lots of different ways that you can understand the word. Like you have the word in the middle, and you have 4 different examples so you can understand what the meaning of the word is.
My students like the Freyer model because they really enjoy knowing what a word means, exactly what it means. They enjoy drawing. I have a lot of artists in my class, and I know some of them connect to that. I have kids who are auditory learners, and so they can hear me say the definition and they can write it down and remember it. They like being able to put it in the context of a sentence and kind of impress everybody by their knowledge. By the time they've learned the definition and drawn the picture, they're able to use it in a sentence. And then they love making the connections to other parts of their lives.
The third one is word games and interactive activities. Incorporating games into the classrooms, especially in teaching vocabulary, makes the classroom fun and engaging. It caters to different learning styles, most especially those who are kinesthetic. In word games, we can use the game charades. It is acting out a specific word for the class or group to guess. Another game is what we call Pictionary. Students are given a word that they should draw on a board and let their team members guess it. This game helps the students visualize and associate words with the pictures. The fourth one is letting the students have their vocabulary journals. They keep records of words they have learned in a notebook. Students can just scan their vocabulary journal if they can count the words again. There are things to remember when incorporating vocabulary strategies in our classroom. As teachers, we should encourage students with lifelong love for words. Cultivating a positive word environment, where it is important to create an environment where words are celebrated and valued. Educators can do this by infusing enthusiasm for words into the classroom, such as having a word wall with the word's definition and the word's name. It should also tailor to the needs, interests, age, and capacities of the students. With effective vocabulary instruction, teachers can make unfamiliar words and challenging text something students don't have to fear or dread. With the right strategies and resources, teaching vocabulary can be an easy and effective way to enhance language development and help create a new generation of confident readers and writers. That would be all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Sir Mariano. Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be your presenter this morning as we go into our new topic, Unlisting Creativity in Young Mind. My name is Arthur N. Batugal. Our distinguished Professor, Dr. Melissa Napel, and our devoted Deans of Professionals, Dr. Eugenio S. Guhao Jr. are both welcome. As we start this crucial conversation, your assistance and direction are greatly appreciated. I want to thank everyone who is here today for joining me on this trip. We'll discover ideas and method together to inspire and foster creativity in our children. Let's begin. Welcome to our new topic for today. Our topic for today is all about unleashing creativity in young minds. Creativity is essential for a child's healthy development. It is encourage problem solving, critical thinking, and self-expression. This presentation will cover a number of useful tactics for encouraging young brains to be creative. The next is the power of open-ended question. So, open-ended questions are effective in instruments that promote more in-depth discussion, creativity, and thought. Open-ended questions allow people to express their thought, feelings, ideas more fully than closed-ended ones, which usually only receive a yes or no response. Open-ended questions is inquiries that cannot be addressed with a single word or known as open-ended inquiries. They encourage the respondent to give thought responses by requiring greater consideration and elaboration. Example, what do you think about the rules of creativity in education? Second, how could you approach solving a complex problem? Third is, can you give an examples of moment when you are very inspired? Okay, and we have a benefits. We have first is the promote exploration. Second, encourage engagement. Third is encourage reflection. So, first is promote exploration. So, by enabling people to delve deeper into subject, open-ended questions promote critical thinking and creativity. And next is encourage engagement. They make talks more dynamics and significant by promoting deeper debates and dialogue. Third is encourage reflection. So, respondents frequently consider their thought and experience, which result in increased self-awareness and understanding. Next is close-ended questions. Are questions to which a single yes, no, or other succinct answer suffices. They frequently give less information on the respondent, sentiments, or ideas, or restrict the range of response. Example, did you enjoy the activity? Second is creativity important in education? Third, do you think open-ended questions are useful? Okay. And the benefits of close-ended questions. First is the clarity and efficiency. Second is direct response. First is the clarity and sufficiency. Close-ended questions are frequently simpler to statistically evaluate and can rapidly collect target information. Second, direct responses. When time is a premium or when you want to simple responses, they might be helpful. Next is engaging open-ended in the daily interactions. In order to promote meaningful conversation and improve our every relationships, open-ended questions are essential. These questions foster critical thinking, creativity, and connection making by promoting deeper expression and thought. What are engaging open-ended questions? Inquiries that elicited delivery, answers as opposed to merely affirmative or negative answers, known as engaging open-ended questions. They are perfect for a variety of contexts such as private discussion, schools, professional settings, because they are made to promote dialogue, prospections, and concept investigation. The benefits of using engaging open-ended questions, first is promote deeper connections. Second, promote critical thinking. Third is encourage engagement. Four is boost creativity. First is promote deeper connections. By engaging people to express their ideas and emotions. Open-ended questions promote rapport and trust, since it is enable a deeper knowledge of one another. This is particularly crucial in interpersonal interactions. Promote critical thinking. These inquiries compel people to consider a subject, more carefully reflect on their experiences and express their opinions. Richer conversations and creativity ideas may result from this. Third is encourage engagement. Open-ended questions may make discussion interesting and energetic by asking participants to go into further details about their ideas. This is especially helpful in group situations because a variety of viewpoints may improve the conversation as whole. Fourth is boast creativity. People may think creatively and explore opinions what they are as open-ended questions in both personal and professional situations. This may result in innovative ideas and creative problem solving. Example of engaging open-ended questions. We have a personal, a conversation, educational settings, and professionals environment. First is personal conversation. An example po is, what's something you learned recently that excited you? Second is educational setting. What are your thoughts on the importance of creativity in learning? Third is professional environment. So, what challenges do you see in our current approach and how might we overcome them? The next is enlisting imagination through free exploration. Fostering creativity and innovation, particularly in young brains, requires releasing imagination, free exploration, which highlights the needs of creating space, giving a variety of resources, and fostering curiosity is one of efficient method to do this. When combined, this component produce a stimulating atmosphere that foster creativity. First is the provide space. So providing space means creating an environment where individual can explore freely without physical or psychological constraints. So we have the benefits. We have first the freedom of movement, sense of autonomy, and third is collaboration opportunities. First is freedom of movement. Ample space allow for both physical exploration and creative expression. This freedom can lead to new ideas and innovative solution. Second is sense of autonomy. Spacious movement environment give individuals control over their exploration, fostering confidence and independence. When they feel empowered to make choices, they are more likely to engage deeply with their creative process. Third is collaboration opportunities. Space facilities interaction and teamwork, encouraging the sharing of ideas and collaborative projects. This exchange of perspective can enhance creativity and inspire new approach. Okay? Next is offer materials. So, offer materials involves providing a wide range of resources that individual can use for their creative endeavors without strict guidelines on how to use them. The benefits of offer materials, we have stimulus imagination, encourages experimentation. Third is support personal expression. First is the stimulus imagination. A variety of materials such as art supplies, natural objects, construction toys, and recycled items can spark new ideas and inspire imaginative play. The more diverse the material, the more creative possibility arise. Okay? Second is encourage experimentation. Access to different materials encourages individuals to try new things and explore various methods of creations. This process of experimentation is vital for developing critical thinking and problem solving skills. Third is support personal expression. When individuals have a range of materials at their disposal, they can express their unique thoughts and feelings. This freedom, sense of identity, and confidence in their creative abilities. Next is encourage curiosity. Encourage curiosity is involve a mindset that values questioning, exploration, and discovery. The benefits is, first is promote lifelong learning. Second, inspire questions. Third is fosters resilience. First is promote lifelong learning. Curiosity drives individuals to seek knowledge and explore their world around them. This intrinsic motivation leads to deeper understanding of various subjects and a continuous desire to learn. Second is inspire questions. By encouraging curiosity, we invite individuals to ask questions and critically. This inquiry-based approach can lead to innovative ideas and resolution as they seek to understand and explore new concepts. Third is fosters resilience. A curious mindset encourage individual to embrace challenges and view failures as opportunity for learning. This resilience is crucial for creative growth and development. The next is the importance of unstructured play. So, unstructured play is a vital component of child development, allowing children to engage in activities that are self-directed and spontaneous. This type of play is essential for several reasons. First is the follow interest. Unstructured play allows children to pursue their own interests and passions. When they can choose what to play, they are more engaged and motivated, leading to a deeper explorations of topic that excite them. This autonomy fosters a love for learning and help them discover their unique preferences and talents. Second is experiment and discover. So, in unstructured play, children have the freedom to experiment without their fear or failure. This encourages them to try new things, take risks, and learn from their experiences. Through exploration, they make discoveries about the world around them, which enhance their problem-solving skills and creativity. Next is development skills. Unstructured play is crucial for developing a wide range of skills, including social, emotional, and cognitive abilities. Children learn to elaborate, communicate, and resolve conflict with peer during play. Additionally, they enhance their critical thinking and motor skills as they navigate different activities and challenges. The next is cultivating curiosity for creative thinking. To develop creative thinking, one must cultivate curiosity. People may investigate concepts more truly and create original answer by cultivating an inclusive mentality. Here are 3 tactics. First is the ask open-ended question. Second, encourage exploration. Third is embrace mistakes. So, in Ask Open-Ended Questions, no, promote ended encourages more in-depth investigation and thought. This inquiry encourages discussion and give people the freedom to openly voice their ideas, which result in fresh viewpoint and discoveries. For instance, posing the questions, what if, how could we, promote creative possibilities. Second, encourage exploration. Encourage explorations allow people to explore their interests and try out novel ideas by offering chances for practical experiences and a variety of activities. We enable students to find and follow their passion while encouraging creative and awake. Third is embrace mistakes. And embracing mistake, resilience is developed and risk-taking is encouraged when error are seen as worthwhile learning opportunities. People are more willing to attempt novel strategies and think creatively when they realize that failure is a part of creative process. This way of thinking is essential for creative thinking. The next is creating a culture of curiosity. Establishing an atmosphere that encourages inquiry, creativity, and lifelong learning requires cultivating a culture of curiosity. We can motivate people to actively engage with the world around them by fostering curiosity and offering chances for exploration. The following three methods work well for fostering curiosity. First is ask why. No? Asking why is a powerful way to stimulate a critical thinking and deeper understanding when individuals are encouraged to question the reason behind the concept, event, or discussions they engage is more profound inquiry. Example, in a classroom setting, a teacher might say, "Why do you think the season changed?" This prompts students to explore scientific concept and fosters discussion about climate, geography, and environment. Now, encouraging them to think critically and connect ideas. Next is the encourage exploration. Promoting exploration enables people to follow their passion and gain knowledge via practical experiences. People are empowered to explore and learn things to his open-ended approach, which increases learning relevance and engagement. Examples, as an illustration, a parent organized a nature scavenger hunt in the backyard to encourage kids to investigate their environment. They could look for various leaves or pebbles and inquire about what they find, which piques their interest and motivate them to study the natural world. Next is read together. Reading together fosters curiosity by introducing new ideas, cultures, and perspectives. It's open up discussion and encourages questions, allowing individuals to connect with the materials on deeper level. Example, a family might choose a book about space and, while reading, discuss questions like, what do you think life would be like on another planet? This is not only spark imagination, but also promote a love for reading. The next is encouraging exploration and discovery, outdoor adventures, and museum visit. Promoting inquiry and learning via outdoor excursions and museum visits offer people special chances to interact with the world in significant way. This encounters stimulus, curiosity, encourage experiential learning, and produce enduring memories that improve comprehension and appreciation of a range of topics. First is the outdoor adventures. Include outdoor activities that inspire people to investigate their surrounding and gain knowledge firsthand. The benefits is, first is the relationship with nature. Interaction with nature fosters an understanding of the environment, and its interests. Second is physical activity. While improving motor abilities, outdoor experiences also support physical health and well-being. Third is critical thinking. Investigating various environment and landscape, fostering critical thinking and problem solving. The examples is a school organized a day trip to nearby nature reserve. Students are divided into small group and given different tasks such as identifying local plants, species, observing wildlife, and collecting samples for later study. Each group used tools like binoculars and field guided to facilitate their exploration. At the end of the day, they share their findings and reflect on what they learned about the ecosystems. Next is the museum visit. Now, museum visit is offer opportunity to engage with art, history, science, and culture in interactive and educational environment. The benefits is cultural awareness, hands-on learning, and inspiration. Cultural awareness is people viewpoints are wide by museum exposed to variety of culture, history, and artistic manifestations. Hands-on learning is in order to stimulate curiosity and discovery. Many museums have interactive displays that invite visitors to interact directly with the content. Third is the inspiration. Being exposed to the different kinds of arts and scientific ideas may stimulate the imagination and lead to new habits. Examples: a family visit a science museum where they explore hands-on exhibit on physics and biology. On exhibit, allow children to build simple machines, while other features interactive display about the human body. As they explore, parents encourage their child to ask questions like, how does this work? What do you think happened? If. The dialogue enhances their experiences, fosters a deeper understanding of scientific principles. The next is nurturing creativity a lifelong journey. Fostering creativity is a lifetime process that improves our capacity for critical thought and problem solving. Not merely a developmental stage, we can develop innovative thinkers who adapt and innovative throughout their lives by creating an atmosphere that values curiosity, open-ended questioning, and unrestricted inquiry. First is the open-ended questions. Posing open-ended questions promotes more in-depth investigation and thought. People are promoted to think critically and express their ideas, and by these inquiries, which result in deeper understanding. Examples is a teacher could pose the question, what would you invent to solve a problem in your community? In a classroom, students are encouraged to think creatively and develop original solutions to real-world problems by answering this topic. Next is free exploration. Giving people the chance to freely explore their interests enables them to do so with any limitations. No, this independence promotes self-assurance and artistic expression. Example: a parents set up a crafting station at home with various materials: paper, paint, fabric, and recycled item without specific instructions. The child is free to create whatever they envision. Whenever it is a sculpture, a painting, or mixed media project. This open-ended approach nurtures their imagination and creativity. Next is cultivate curiosity. Fostering an attitude that values inquiry and learning is a key component of cultivating curiosity. People become lifelong learners when they give confidence to ask questions and looks for solution. Example: parents argue their kids to ask questions about the exhibit when they visit a historical site as a family. What do you think life was like for people here a country ago? They could ask. This encourages more investigation, more historical investigation. The next is a call to actions. Make it habit, inspire the future. We must proactively incorporate these ideas in our daily lives in order to foster a flourishing culture of innovation and inquiry. Step 1. Make it a habit. The secret is consistency. We may instill these ideas into our daily routines by consistently implementing creatively stimulating activities such as posing open-ended questions and fostering inquiry. This fosters an atmosphere that is conducive to the development of creative thinking. As step 2, embrace the journey. Being creative is a process rather than a final goal. Accepting the journey entails appreciating, experimenting, taking lessons from mistakes, and acknowledging little success. Resilience and passion for ongoing learning are fostered by his approach. Step 3. inspire the future. Future generation will look up to us established and examples of inventiveness and inquiry. We can ensure a bright and dynamic future by encouraging people to think critically, pursue their passion, and create. The conclusions of unleashing creativity in young minds: fostering creative thinking and problem-solving skills in young people requires releasing their imagination. We enable children to express themselves and interact with the environment by fostering curiosity, encouraging open-ended questioning, and offering chances for unstructured exploration. By cultivating an atmosphere that encourages creativity, we not only promote personal development but also help create a more promising and creative future. Let's work together to encourage the upcoming generation to think creatively, deeply, and courageously. Again, I am Arthur and Batukal. Thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, you can comment or message me on Facebook. Thank you and God bless. Young minds, the Vygotsky theory, vocabulary growth, and creative thinking in education, it is critical to acknowledge the critical role we have in influencing the futures of our kids. By putting the Vygotsky ideas into practice, we can design dynamic and captivating learning environments that foster both vocabulary growth and creative thinking. Let's keep motivating and empowering our young students so they can flourish and realize their full potential in a world that is changing. By working together, we can change their educational path for the better. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our instant Professor Dr. Melissa Napel for your invaluable guidance and support, and to our Dean of the School of Professionals, Dr. Eugenio S. Guho Jr., for your leadership and encouragement throughout this process. A special thanks goes to the dedicated team that worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the success of this event. Your work hard and collaboration have truly made a difference. My name is Arthur Nanyas Batukal. As the coordinator of this event, I appreciate each of you for your participation and engagement. Together, let's continue to empower young minds and inspire them to reach their full potential. Thank you and have a wonderful day.